Today we're looking at Calc Champ, aka Amandeux, a Diamond 3 Ana. They requested this review directly on my Google forum, where they wrote, "As a Kiriko main, I'm learning to play other characters on my alt account. I think I have a Kiriko positioning syndrome, where I sometimes forget I can't teleport out of troubles. I'm looking to get better at overall decision making like positioning, seeking opportunities to do damage, and cooldown management." Yeah, that could be very tough, especially if you one-trick a certain hero for a while. You get in certain habits and then you kind of forget you can't do certain things. But anyway, yeah, we'll take a look at your positioning. We'll take a look at your cooldowns and how you balance your damage and healing. So let's get right into it. You do briefly play Illari, but we skimmed through the VOD and it's mostly Ana. So yeah. So first thing we always want to do is take a look at our team comp. So we got D.Va, Soldier Ashe, Illari Mercy, although you're going to switch to Ana like we said. So you could really think about, like, you know, I'd like to see you buddy up with like one of your DPS. Even like as Illari here, throw the pylon up for where you guys are bunkered. And just try to just do damage and look for opportunities for your abilities. Yeah, so with Illari, I want you to slow down a little bit on the primary and pay attention to this meter. I want to see you using fully charged shots if you can. Unless it's like somebody's absolute and you think you can finish them off. Yeah, so the fight's rotating down here. I mean, unless you're gonna like, I mean, this isn't a bad option if you want to like try to take like an aggressive angle and try to pick somebody off. If you're not gonna do that, then I'd like to see you rotate with your team. And yeah, we hang out here a little bit too long. We're out in the open. They got a Widow. We didn't make a decision fast enough, and that's why we die there. So we either needed to rotate back with our team, you know, throw the pylon up, keep them safe while doing damage, or if you want to do like a flank Illari playstyle, try to get like a sneaky kill on like the Mercy or something, that would have been valid to do too. That would have been better than obviously hanging out. But it happens.
They won't get the best of me. Fixing that. Don't fuss.
Good stuff. I'd like to see you, I mean, it was a little late regardless here, but even like throwing the pylon up like LOS from the enemy team and like up somewhere high where they kind of have to like turn around and like face away from you guys to address it. It's very similar to Symmetra turrets in that regard, just a little bit more passive, of course, because it's a healing ability. Oh, you do exactly that, just a little late. You could even have thought of as you were dropping down, throw it up there, but it's fine. You obviously had the right idea. Yeah, same thing. Just slow down, pay attention to this meter right here as Illari. Try to charge up your shots before you shoot him. Like, we don't need to get little pitter-patter shots on the hog. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, I'd really like to see you focus a target here. I know you're trying to keep yourself safe, but it's tough. Yeah, rotate out if you can, otherwise just die. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you knew your team was here to capitalize on it, but I kind of understand. You were trying to kind of escape with the ult and maybe pick somebody off. It was just a little risky because people were already focusing you. And, okay, we do get res. There we go. Yeah, you're shooting the hog quite a bunch. I want to see you try to shoot, you know, one of the squishies, like the Mercy. You just went after her. You'll have a lot more success, especially like, yeah, go punish this Widow. Love to see you do that, or finish off the soldier. The team does it though. Yeah, instead of just pushing out here, even like trying to like take an angle or something where you could go after somebody would be good. Oh, where's the music? There we go. Like if Widow wants to take an off angle, just go punish her. Like get like close to her where it's hard for her to pinpoint your head. Punish her. Yeah, nice job using the corner. That's a little tough. That was a good angle by her. So I'm assuming you were starting off as Illari and you're probably... Okay, here we go. So you switched to Ana because you want to, like... Now it's a little bit better to focus the hog if you can. Because what you could do is you can shoot, get him to like half HP or so, throw your nade to cut off his healing at a critical moment, and then shoot, help your team confirm the kill. So I think with the play style that we've been implementing, Ana is a much better pick here. Yeah, so you gotta be very mindful of the hog hook. I would just be backing up because like see how like your Maga recognized that he had to rotate and use cover. You didn't, and that's why like you get isolated and hooked there. It looks like you tried to, but a little bit too late. You know, Ana has no damage fall off. You can play really, really far back. I mean, I know you wanna LOS the Widow, but even just backing up and try to get a nade in or something, that would be much better than just, you know, hanging out and frontlining for sure.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Actuating the barrier.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
So they got sights up, so you got to be careful.
Get them off the payload.
Yeah, so you're rushing your abilities a little bit. I'd like to see you, honestly, like, if you see, like, the hog here, you could literally just throw your nade, like, right under here and just splash it so it hits him. That's a very valid thing you can do. Yeah, try to LOS this Widow. So, like, you see the Widow poking over here, I would think about, like, rotating back and trying to take an angle where she can't see you. Alternatively, if you're rotating this way, you could think about going back here as well. You know, you could see the hog as he pushes up, and you can help your team deal with him while LOSing the Widow. If you see Widow, or you detect Widow's looking at a different lane, that's where you can poke out and start to punish her. That works. Are you talking about the cart thing? Yes, that absolutely works. You can it can splash underneath the cart. Just like there is a little bit of space underneath that. That's why like Ryan can shatter through the card and stuff like that. I have a clip of me actually getting like a massive nade, like throwing it right underneath the cart and like splashing people. It was a VOD that MC did for me a long time ago. But yeah, that was very good. Let's look at this good play right here. So you're going to heal Sigma, which is good. You sleep the hog. Now you see he's half HP, and your soldier's low as well. So you throw a nade that I think it hits. Yep, it hits your soldier, and it hits the hog. Best nades are ones that hit both teammates and enemies, and basically confirm you save your teammate and kill the enemy.
You're fine.
Okay, so they got a Winston now. So you definitely do not want to play off on your own. Okay, they got a Winston and they got a Tracer. So if these two are working together and you're like way off here by yourself, you're dead if they pounce on you. So I really want to see you like buddy up with Soldier, even like playing with Ash and Mercy would be fine.
Keep fighting.
And then we have this Nano, so I wouldn't Nano Sigma when he's ulting at least, unless to keep him up. You could think about using it defensively, like if one of your teammates, say like your Soldier gets dove by Winston and he's low, nanoing to keep him alive could be very valid. But we'll have to see the opportunity that presents itself to us here. LOS. Yeah, I think your Sigma was taking a lot of damage there. Yeah, he was crit. I understand that. It's honestly, I mean, we're up right now, so even if you did die here, it's fine.
Taking care of you.
Yeah, your Sigma really popped off there.
Enough whining. You're fine.
Yeah, back up. You're a little bit too close. So this is one thing that I talk about is just paying attention to the flow. This is something that Awkward talks a lot about, and his Ana unranked the GM, where you want to back up as you see like the enemy team pushing up. Like the moment you see the Winston jumping in, you want to think about just backing. Get away from him. Even like rotating this way to where your team is. Just try to stay away. As the enemy team is pushing up, you want to move back. And just Ana plays best from a certain distance, and you want to try to maintain that distance from all times, at all times. Like we spend a little bit too much time stationary, and now we end up like right in the middle of things. It's tough. And now like we're right out in the open. I get it. Like Winston was over here, but I would honestly think about just going with your team and then using this cover, trying to use some sort of cover to keep yourself safe instead of just being out in the open, no mobility at all, and you're just a prime target. I think that this is what you're talking about being in the Kiriko mindset, where you can get away with a lot more because of the Swift Step ability. But yeah, you need much cleaner positioning to make Ana work, or you're gonna put yourself in dangerous situations like that.
I won't give in.
60 seconds remaining.
You think about playing back here? That's fine. Or even with your team.
Taking care of you.
You don't even need to open up quite so much. You could even like just try to take like this small angle right here. It's not a big deal. I think it's fine what you're doing. But it's just you don't want to get like caught out here as like they really push in like fast. Granted, they've swapped to Sigma. They don't really have like a fast dive comp anymore, so
Come here to get healed.
not a big deal.
30 seconds remaining.
Steady. Victory is nearly ours. I have you, team. Stop the payload.
That's a little tough. Very nice nade.
Down. 10 seconds remaining.
You're powered up.
Good sleep, a little late, but we still get it.
The Eye of Horus watches over.
Good nano.
Complete. Score.
Cool, not bad. Let's see how the next round goes.
Switching. 1. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
Alright, Widow's looking for a sneaky kill. She misses the shot. That's fine. Yeah, be a little bit careful about pushing up here. Especially when you got Zarya. I'd just be paying attention to what she's doing. You know, let like Tracer... I mean, no, not Tracer, sorry, Sojourn or somebody else push the cart. Even if nobody's pushing the cart, I'd rather see you like rotate with her and just like maybe clear high ground, focus on winning the fight, then pushing cart. To see like we push cart ourselves and now we're out in the open, we get exposed. Mercy's healing us, we have to expend our nade when we could have used it maybe on a purple instead.
I needed that.
Yeah, especially early in the round where like you guys haven't won the fight, you don't want to be like out in the open like that as Ana. Once again, as Kiriko, might not be as big of a deal if you can swift step to somebody, but as Ana, we got to play a lot safer. We can't take as many risks with our positioning at least.
Don't fret. I see you. Payload secured. Let's move. Enemy contact. No recovery. Come here to get.
Yeah, I think sleep might have been a little early, but it's fine. Yeah, don't push into the Winston. I get you're trying to nade him, but this is another thing. He's full HP. The nade's not really going to do much. It only lasts for, what is it? It's like 3.5 seconds now, right? Let me just look up on the Overwatch wiki. I just want to make sure I'm giving accurate info in my videos. But I know they nerfed the duration. I don't know if they did it during my break, but it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 3 seconds. Oh, right, that's right. It was 3.5, and then they nerfed it to 3. So if Winston is full HP, that 3 seconds, he's not going to take enough damage to kill him. So I would just think about, especially on tanks, wait until he gets like half or lower, and then use the nade to purple him at a critical moment where your team can confirm the kill. As opposed to like just, you know, when he's full HP, pushing into him to throw the nade is very risky. I'd rather see you back up. And then if he jumps into you or something, then you know you can nade to keep yourself safe, make him a little more hesitant to commit. But that's better. So like when Winston gets aggressive, using your abilities to respond like that is a lot better. Granted, our Widow gets headshot, but that's not our fault. Our positioning is a little out there. Yeah, I think I'd just rather see you just play a little bit back in general. It's like, you know, the Winston jumps in and you're like right in the middle of things. You're like out in the open. I'd rather see you like play a little bit like tighter to a wall, something like that. You got to play like very safe. Just hug this, you poke out, make sure you can see your team. You can get vision of the enemy team, and you have this cover you can duck behind. You don't want to play as exposed like we were talking about before. Like you're out in the open here, and then you get focused down.
Years of experience.
I go out on my terms.
We need to clear a path for the payload.
Winston reported. Sniper. Keep your heads down.
Healing you.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do about Widow headshots? Not much, except just try to like know where the Widow is, like we were saying before. Try to LOS it, pay attention to the lane she's focusing, and then, you know, if you know she's not looking in your direction, you can try to poke out and focus her down. You know, maybe if you can land the shots quickly, you can get a kill. But other than that, it's really tough to to deal with her as Ana. You got to really rely on your Winston to dive her. Maybe you can like follow up with the nade as he does it. Nice. So that's what I'm saying right there. You're using your abilities like in response to like people being aggressive. Winston comes in, you guys were able to shut him down, and you were a big part of that. Play carry at 2-tap. Versus Ana, you got a 4-tap, and if the duel's not going your way, you can't just escape.
I'm here. Keep fight. Payload mobilizing.
So yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say you have your nano. You could let Mercy heal, but she has her ult too. So back up. Little early on the sleep. Once again, I want Winston to commit and be threatening, and then I want you to use your sleep to shut that down. You don't need to sleep him immediately here because, like, especially if your team starts shooting him, he's just gonna wake up instantly, and then you know that sleep's not gonna do anything. Like, see, now he's being aggressive into you. Imagine if we had the sleep here instead to stop him. And then we wouldn't have had to use the nade. So you got unnecessarily backed up here, and now you have no cooldowns, and that could have been avoided if we had just been a little bit slower with the sleep.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I'm feeling unstuck.
So I don't think Soldier was like actively in the fight. I don't necessarily know if we needed to nano him. I would have. I know. I understand. Like the Cass is ulting. You want to avoid that, but it might have been better to ult Monkey, especially as he's like half HP being aggressive. Yeah, those flicks with the sleep are a little tough. They take a lot of practice and a lot of familiarization with the projectile before you can really nail that. Yeah, nice try. You could think about maybe like rotate back here. You know, you were over here, and like the Widow got a very nice little like sight line of your head. Could have maybe just backed up a little bit more. Still got vision of the point. It's a little tough. Your team also has to know like what sight lines you can hold. So
It's go time.
Tactical visor activated. Get out of my way or I'll run you.
okay, your DPS pop off. Nice. Cool. You tried, but you were stuck walking backwards. Yeah, that's tough. Especially if you're not looking in the direction you're going. That takes time and like map familiarity. Especially if you're not like used to like heroes like Ana or Widow or something that have to do that, you might not be so familiar.
I've got you. The Eye of Horus watches over you. Nodding off.
Nice job. Of course he gets woken up. Life of an anime. I would have liked to see you heal there and try to avoid using the nade unless you have to. You could definitely think about like popping nano on your diva, especially if she gets crit. Yeah, perfect. I'm cool with it. And she'll be able to be aggressive now. She can push into people as soon as the nano expires. If she needs to like use her ult to remech, now she can. Yeah, good nano for sure. Look how much space that gave your team.
Young again.
Yeah, so let's see like your teammate's HP there, because you're using your nade to heal a lot.
I've got
And this is something that like I personally try to avoid doing.
healing fortified.
You know what? It's fine. You know, you had multiple teammates that were crit. I'll allow it.
I am unbreakable.
You definitely want to try to save it for the purples if possible.
Taking care of you.
So Zarya is going to be very tough for you to nade, especially with the bubbles. Regardless, like even if you had been paying attention, like I know she had just finished with one bubble, but even if you knew she had no bubbles, once again she's almost full HP. You're probably not going to be able to use that nade to confirm the kill. So Zarya, you got to pay attention not only if she's low, but you also got to pay attention to her bubble, whether or not she has her bubbles if you're gonna nade her. But yeah, it's like we were saying at the beginning. Don't nade the low HP. I mean the full HP tank. Yeah, we're playing very passively. Okay, that's fine. No, perfect nano. Little rush on the sleep. You know, we sleep the Zarya bubble.
I don't understand your generation.
You wanted to wait for B to expire? Okay, that makes sense.
Stay out of my way.
Nice shots.
Taking care of you.
The payload is approaching.
We could have, I would have tried to sleep that if you could. Yeah, like I would have just, like I get you're trying to back up. This comes down to, I think it's like what we were saying about map familiarity, but you could have backed up and maybe just like slept the cast, and then you guys wouldn't have to worry so much about LOSing this area. But yeah, we get caught and we die there.
I'm not finished.
Why has the payload stopped?
60 seconds remaining.
I've got you.
Once again, I think we rushed a little bit, but yeah, it's a little bit too risky of a nade right there. You know, you're like right here where see like Hanzo can focus you down. Yeah, it might have been better to like take the long way. It's tough though because like your Rhine and your soldier are way back there. Let's see how that happened. Oh, wrong person.
I've got you.
Yeah, we rushed the sleep there. Okay, yeah, so Soldier and Ryan kind of push over here. Yeah, this is a little bit, I mean, you naded yourself, but even if you had naded over here, I think that's a little bit more, you know, it's not really a time where your team can capitalize on it. Like your Sojourn is way back here. You know, you can't really jump up without like, you know, putting yourself in a position to get burst down by Hanzo. Yeah, I would just like slow down a little bit with the abilities in general. Try to heal your Ryan. Okay, you're a little exposed here.
Tactical visor activated.
Nice. Yeah, sleep the Doom. They'll try to focus somebody. Duran kind of fumbles the ult there. But yeah, we're a little bit you know, we're a little bit out in the open here. It's tough. Maybe you could try to like back up a little bit more. Even like, you know, you want to avoid the Doom. Like, you know, you're holding this area. which is fine. And then Doom pushes in, you sleep him. Even thinking about like rotating back, like somewhere where you can like LOS, stay a little bit more hidden, but still be like, you know, not be as exposed like to like the cast and like to as many people, while still like being able to like help your team contest the cart. Always think about like the angles you're exposed from. Once again, you can get away with it more on Kiriko, but you can't really with Ana. But that's the game. Yeah, nice job. I really want to see you, like we said, just slow down a little bit with your abilities. Think about with nades. Try to avoid using them to heal if you can. Obviously, sometimes that's going to be unavoidable. You're going to need to keep teammates up. But I want you to try to get the purples, especially like on tanks. I don't want you nading them when they're full HP. I want you to wait until like they get half or lower, and then you can use it to shut off the healing and help your team, confirm the kill at a critical moment. Also against dive, don't like spam out your abilities early. Like, you know, you don't want to, like, as soon as you see the Winston, you don't want to sleep him. You want to wait until like he pushes into you, and then you want to punish him. Notice like you struggled a little bit when when you spammed your abilities early, but when you waited and used them to punish him, you had a lot more success doing that. And yeah, just little things with positioning. I just want to see you just try to not expose yourself to as many angles. Always think about just getting positions where you can see your team, where you can get vision of the enemy team for damage. You have cover to duck behind. You're not exposed to too many angles. Always try to think about like hugging a wall or such if you can. But yeah, that's all I have for now. Let me know if you have any questions. If anyone would like to request a VOD review, check the link in the description, and best of luck with your climb.